Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to give you a few gift ideas that are a little bit different. I know when I was looking for Christmas ideas for Isla that it could be an absolute pain in the bum, and you don't just want to buy them tat, because I mean you buy them stuff like that and it just gets chucked out, or you sand in the pieces, break the pieces, or they outgrow them and you feel sometimes like you waste your money. So I like to buy some more kind of educational stuff that we can, I was wondering where my other box was, that you can use, not just even just now, you can keep it and use it in years to come. It also, as I said, educates you, or educates them, and also educates me when they want to learn something. It's knowledge they can take in while they're doing these things, and I like to buy that kind of stuff instead of loads of like LOL balls or something along the lines, just because I feel like it's a phase they go through and it can just get chucked away. So I've got a few things to show you. Let me crack on, or I'll just be here forever. I've always got a bad hairdo. Always get a bad hairdo when I'm filming a video. It's that horrible length where I can't do anything with it. Anyways, so the first thing is, let me show you. Where do I start? So we're outdoorsy people, and I really like getting Isla into the outdoors, and especially seeing what there is out there even at night. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I got this about 6 months ago. It's a wildlife camera, and we have used this a million times. We just out the back from us there's a field, and then within the field there's like trees and more fields and forests and things, so we use this a lot. We go and put it on a tree, and it gives Isla the opportunity to see exactly what is out there, what comes out at night. We've seen rabbits, foxes, deers, loads of stuff. Like the other week we were walking across the field and we could see loads of holes, which I'd imagine are for rabbits. So what I done was I got Jim to give me like a bit of wood, like a stake thing. We put it into the field on the ground and we attached this to it, and we could actually see what came out at night. So it was loads and loads of rabbits. We've seen badgers. It's just really, really cool, and it's also good for stopping kids worrying about the dark, because Isla always goes on about monsters, and I thought, do you know what, there's no monsters out there. Let's go and see. When you put this up on a tree, you can see what comes out at night. You see the animals, you see their behaviours, and then she now understands what nocturnal means. Pardon me. So yeah, this was 50 quid off at Amazon, and it's so good. I set a timer on it. I can put it in the back garden. When we lost one of the cats, I put it in the garden to maybe see if I could pick her up, but I never did, sadly. It's really good, and it's a good security camera as well, because see if you're like, you put it on something, we've got a couple of log stores in the back, and if you put it on one of them, I can see other views of the house as well. I can attach it to somewhere out the front, and it does double up as a security camera. Love, love, love this. It's great. It's a fabulous, fabulous gift. Next on my list is, let me just tell you about the books. Books, I love books, because not just now, she might not read them just now, she might actually use them in the future when she's at school or when she's researching a project. But books are amazing. Like behind me is a complete disaster, but it's her book storage thing, and I got it from Aldi, and it's got 7 big massive shelves on it, and I just love filling them in. So I do a lot of Nat Geo Wild buying. I buy a lot of Nat Geo Wild stuff. So this is the National Geographic Kids, sorry about the light, things like that. So it's little kids' first big book of how. They do a book of why. They do loads of stuff. These are my absolute favourites. You've probably seen them in another video, but it is the National Geographic Kids little kind of thin books, and they are, on the back it gives you the levels, so it's like level 1 starting to read, pre-reader, level 2, level 3, and these are amazing. She's away to her Isla's away to her grand's today with a book about spiders. This one, well, this book, but about spiders. So it's like butterflies and like in the forest. These are just things that are just, she can have forever. It's so knowledgeable. As I said, they cater for the levels that they do. Books, I buy loads of books because they just never go out. I also picked this up from TK Maxx. I think you can see the price on it, $7.99, and it's a British Wildlife Handbooks. We've took them out a few times. There's like wildflowers and trees and wildlife and birds, and books never go wrong. Educational books can never go wrong because they've got little tiny wee brains and they just store loads of stuff, and it's just so good to just let them soak up like a wee sponge all the knowledge. So she was reading, for example, at bedtime last night she was reading the spider book. Jim read it to her instead of like a fairy tale story. Things like that. It's knowledge that they can take in, and she'll now go through that book and tell you the kind of spiders or where they come from, things like that. Books, any type of books, just whatever, but books, guys, like, I'm a big reader, big fan of reading, and I think kids should just read no matter what it is. Just get them books. Books are the fail-safe thing. Next up I have, now it was either this or a telescope, and I thought, you can't always gauge a telescope, can you? In Scotland you don't always get, some really nice, sorry, I nudged that, some really clear nights, so I thought I would get a microscope. Now I picked this up from Amazon, Aldi about 2 weeks ago. I was thinking about getting one, so it's not really like adult kind of spec, but it just gets them into now knowing and understanding life, biology. This goes up to 640 times zoom, which is perfect. So I'm thinking of going out and maybe picking up an insect that's maybe dead, putting it under the microscope. This also comes with a wee holder to hold your phone with as well, so you can also put it on your phone, and instead of them looking through the actual little lens, they can see it through the phone, which is amazing. So again, it just gives them an insight into biology and life and how things work. So as I said, I can picture us going out, picking up an insect, dissecting it, putting it under the microscope, and then they understand that thing, whatever it is, it just breaks it down. So it's that little level of knowledge, and that they can use this, and then years time, if they really get into it, you can buy a really good one. Just things like that. Instead of buying complete guff for them, I think things like this are amazing, and I'm really excited to use this. I'm actually so excited to use it over the Christmas holidays because I wanted one myself and I never got one because I just thought I can't justify spending hundreds and hundreds of pounds on a microscope I won't always use. So yeah, so that was £15 on Amazon. I think it was about 30, and I got it in Aldi for 15 quid. I mean, it's a no-brainer, you can't go wrong with that. Oh jeez, oh dear me. Again, this is another Aldi buy, by the way. I just think that this was great. It's for, what age is it? It doesn't actually say. Oh jeez, oh, it's a Body Lab. Sorry about the lighting again. A Body Lab, and you get petri dishes, swabs, fingerprint ink pads, ID sheets, magnifying glasses, just things like that. So it gives you experiments to do. It comes with stethoscopes. I just think it's one of those things, again, that when they're doing it, they can pick up the knowledge that will just last them a lifetime. And I'm really intrigued by this. Again, I'm really excited to use this as well. I'm right into like all things nature and biology, and I just think sometimes you can tell a child something and they don't understand it until they actually look into it or do an experiment on it, and these are really good for when you're going to school as well. I think, I don't actually know how much this was, I think it was about a tenner or 11 quid or something along the lines, don't quote me, but I'm really excited to use this. I'm literally really wanting to. I don't know much about it, but again, things like this that are not just games or toys, things that are actually educational and they can pick up and learn and store in their wee brains forever, are just like things that I absolutely love. Next we've got, keeping in the kind of nature side of things, as you can tell I'm a nature lover, and I want Isla to get into nature as much as I love nature. So I showed this before in a previous video, but I'm just going to show you again because this is the kind of idea. So these are little insect worlds. I've showed this one before. So you basically, this will give you a little container, you go and collect your insect, ant or worm or whatever, and it gives my friend, I actually gifted my friend the snail one for a little boy's birthday, and they had a snail in it for a while, and the snail laid babies, and had babies rather, and it was really cool to watch and learn how things work. So this one's a spider one. We've had a few spiders in here as well, which has been really cool because you can watch them spinning their webs. It's nature for them, it's educational. This one is by Nick Baker and it's called Spider World. They do worms, they do stick insects, they do, oh god, like a whole host of things, and it gives you like a little magnifying glass and a little wee dropper to feed whatever it is you've got in here. And we've used this over and over and over again. It's not just for spiders, this one, we've used it for loads of things. We'll pick something up in the back garden and we'll bring it in, and she has a chance to keep it alive and just see how things work, which is amazing. I actually seen these in TK Maxx the other day for like a tenner or something like that. I think I paid about £12, and it's by My Living World. And I got it on Amazon. Everything here I'm going to link down below, but I just think again they can be used over and over and over again, and it just like ingrains in little minds and makes them learn how to look after little things. Amazing. Next we have, I have two of this one I'm going to show you, but slightly different. Only have one with me though. So this is give myself a black eye. Build your own volcano. I got this, I never got this actually, my sister got this. She was asking what Isla would like for her birthday, and listen, by the way, if I talk really fast I do apologise, it's just a Scottish thing. I ramble on and sometimes I kind of forget what I'm saying and people are like, slow down. I'm going to slow down. So my sister was asking what she could get Isla for her birthday, and I was like, I genuinely don't know. And again, I wanted her to get something that wasn't just tat, but something she could learn from, something that we could do together as a family and she could understand. She's got a few volcano books and she went through a stage of really learning how volcanoes work, and we've got a couple of National Geographic books on it, the wee thin ones that I showed you. So she actually went through a stage of, let me see if I can find it, learning and stuff like that. There it is there. So we've got the volcano little book, and sorry, I'm totally jumping from product to product here, but that was only like £2 or £3 off Amazon. So she learned about that, and then we've not actually done this one because I wanted to obviously show the video first, but she can then learn and build her own volcano. And we've also got a grow your own crystals one as well, which is really cool. These are by National Geographic. They're not expensive. I think they came from Argos at a tenner. Again, it's just learning how the world works while having fun. I'm just looking at like other ones that they have. So this is for age 8+, but again, we'll do it with her. She's into volcanoes, and we'll supervise. But yeah, I wanted to show you again, as I said, gifts that you don't necessarily buy to then, like, there's loads of toys and things like that they can use, but then it gets thrown out. But these wee things, even reading some of these books, you can then tell me what shape of a volcano it is, or why it rains, things like that. Little bits of knowledge that they just keep with them forever. I love the body thing as well, because she's right into how the body works, and it's really good. They're having fun and also learning. So the National Geographic Microscope, they done a big telescope in Aldi, and I think it was about £80, which is brilliant. So things like that, when I'm looking for a gift, I'm more looking for, I'll go to Amazon and I'll maybe put in an educational gift, or I'll always go into National Geographic because you can't go wrong with them. They've got loads of books and experiments, and it goes from like toddler age right up, and it's brilliant. So I just think if you're still struggling for something to get the kids for Christmas and you're fed up of buying them, I just spat. Oh, you're fed up of buying them crap or things that are just going to get lost or whatnot, and you want to learn something, then the more educational stuff is fabulous. Well, thanks for sticking around, guys, and I shall catch up with you in my next video, and I hope you have a lovely Christmas. Goodbye!